your raincoat and your flippers. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with.
And here he is, Bud Terrence Crawford, one of the pound-for-pound best in the world, fighting out of Nebraska, USA, one of the greatest of all. Amir. This bout, one of the hottest. The build up to this fight has been incredible. Both of these men verbally sparring for weeks, and now they get it on for real. Nice counter. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. A perfect counter shot. Swing and a miss with that jab. Oh, a little rope-a-dope here. We exchange punches. It's Khan versus Crawford Part 2. Of course, Crawford with that TKO win in 2019 in New York City.
The last time I felt a little shortchanged, it finished a little too early. I hope this one goes a bit further than expected. Oh, it's all bunched in the first 6 rounds.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. The jab doesn't quite connect. The jab doesn't quite connect. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables. And there's the bell for round 2. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
There was so much hype surrounding this match. I wonder if it can actually live up to the hype.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And looking at corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
Another scoring shot there. He threw a punch and just got countered. Good counter punch. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
And he scores with the counter. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Missing with that jab. Careful for that receipt. It's always coming. One punch could change it. Did you see that? Crawford is dazed. Crawford in trouble. Do you believe this? Bud Crawford just got knocked down. You could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do.
Where did... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to... On to the third. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Counter punches have to hurt. Missing with that right hook. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? Nice counter shot. Didn't land that jab. Nice counter shot. Counter punch. Do you believe this? The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
Dominance.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That counter punch caught him clean. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. That counter shot lands. Just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. It's not always about who hits harder. In this division, ring IQ can go a long way.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Wanted action, and they are delivering. There's a counter shot. You don't want to trade shots. Well, despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Crawford in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what?
There's the bell to start round 5. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Like this. This is Rocky versus Apollo. We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Beautiful counter shot. A lot of effort being exerted here. Just missed with that jab. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. A perfect counter lands. Good punch. In this division, both fighters will constantly be on their toes trying to punch and counter punch.
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3 full shot combinations before you beat.
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. And this fight is over. You up the replay machine. I have got to see that again.
I need to...
Pick a side. Will you live? Will you die? Will you quit? Will you try? Sweating eyes. Who am I? Champion till I die.